I want to help you. I do. But I gotta understand.
Come with me if you want to live.
I know what's going on here has to be really, really complicated.
We're here to stop the end of the world.
I can work with that. It can't be bargained with. It can't be reasoned with. There's a storm coming. And it won't be stopped. I'll be back.
What? Load up.
I've been waiting for you.
Wagwan my youths, it's your boy Cobra. I'm back, and I just seen Terminator Genisys, and this shit was pretty dope. Another fucking film that I liked during the summer. This summer run, it's another film that I actually like. I bangs with it. I like the film, but you know, I have a big fucking problem with the film, which I'm gonna get into a little bit later. Let's get into the basics of what the fucking film is about. Okay, so basically Terminator Genisys is about, well, we know what the basics of Terminator is about, you know. Sarah Connor, she child's the child that's going to lead the revolution against Skynet. So what Skynet decided to do was send back a Terminator to kill Sarah so she doesn't birth the child that's going to lead to Skynet's downfall. That's pretty much how Terminator went for a while. That's the original, I guess, plot of the film. And then the revolution, her son sends back Kyle Reese, who is evidently his father, to protect her from the Terminator. That's kind of how the story went. And this one is kind of following the same storyline, but something is obviously different. At the beginning of the fucking film, you see that, you know, John Connor sends back Kyle Reese to the past, but as he's, you know, being transported to the past, he sees John Connor get captured by Skynet. So that alters the timeline. So he goes back and he thinks he's gonna run into a little helpless Sarah Connor who doesn't know what to do and she needs protection and shit. But he gets there and this bitch is toting all types of guns. You know what I mean? Like she wants some warrior shit. You know what I mean? Because the timeline was altered. He goes back, this bitch is toting shotties and shit like that. Like this bitch is an animal. And you know, he quickly finds out that, you know, it's not what John told him. Like, it's a different reality, and he's trying to figure out what happened. Obviously, they find out that, you know, he was captured by Sky. Well, he knew it, but he didn't know it really affected. He goes back in time, runs into Sarah. Like I said, this bitch toting all types of shotties and assault rifles. You know what I mean? This bitch is on some real warrior shit. And you find out that someone sent the original Terminator, well, not the original, but a original Terminator model back even before the events of the original Terminator movie. They sent a Terminator back to when she was 9 to protect her all these years, and we never really figured out who was the one, or I never really figured out who's the one that really sent the Terminator back to protect her. But anyways, fast forward to the events of Genisys. You know, he finds out that, you know, someone has been Pops is what they call the Terminator, has been protecting her this whole time and taught her about the events that's going to happen in the Terminator series, and well, in the future, about Skynet and the fall of human race and stuff like that. So he prepared her for this day, for the arrival of Kyle Reese. So they decide, for some reason, since the timeline has been altered, Kyle Reese gets these like fucking I guess premonitions, or he receives a message from himself from the future telling him, yo, you got to go to 2017 to prevent Genisys from happening. So they decide to go to 2017. Now Genisys is basically the base of Skynet, what Skynet is going to become. Genisys is the original, I guess, blueprint of what Skynet is going to become. So in 2017, you know, Genisys is like this program or AI that's going to connect every piece of like technology to one. It links everything together, you know what I mean, which is kind of scary because that's kind of how our reality is, you know what I mean. We're always on our phone or on our tablet or on our laptop, and we all kind of connected to all these different, you know, devices, which is fucking scary to think about. But anyways, Genisys is the basis of Skynet. So if they go to 2017 and destroy Genisys, they defeat Skynet. But what happens is they actually do get to 2017 and find out that John fucking Connor has teleported himself to 2017, which is no surprise because we find out that this nigga is the new Terminator in the fucking film, and he's trying to hunt down and kill them to prevent them from destroying Genisys, which is going to become Skynet. At the same time, this nigga is programming Genisys to become fucking Skynet. Do you see the bullshit right there, nigga? That's some bullshit right there. That right there was the big problem for me. You see how big of a twist that was? That was a big fucking twist, and guess what? It was fucking ruined by the trailer, and that's the shit that got me mad, man. I really enjoyed the film, but I would have enjoyed it more if they'd have kept the fucking twist under wraps. They had to show the shit in the fucking trailer. I don't give a fuck. You know, I was talking to one of my friends or my co-workers the other day, and we was talking about Terminator, and he was like, oh, well, they put it in there because they gotta get you to want to go see the film. I'm like, I don't give a fuck about that. It's Terminator, my nigga. I'ma see it regardless. They could have gave me action shots and shit like that. They didn't have to tell me the fucking plot of the film, the big twist that John Connor becomes a fucking Terminator and tries to take out his own mother and his own father and shit. Like, I didn't need to know that. But yet they put it in a fucking film, I mean in the trailer, and expect people to really go in there and enjoy it to the fullest when we know what's gonna happen. And it made me mad because they said like, oh, it's gonna, don't worry, there's still other twists in the film. There's no other fucking twist. That's the biggest one. They fucked up on that one. They dropped the motherfucking ball, bruh. They did, man. Like, I liked it, but I'd have loved it if they'd have kept the twist. The fact that John Connor becomes a Terminator. It's like, oh shit, what they gonna do now? You know what I mean? But they, you know, these niggas don't know what the fuck they doing, bro. They don't, man. That shit made me so mad because the film was phenomenal, but the twist was blown. Everyone knew it was gonna fucking happen, and it just ruined it for me, man. It really did. It ruined the fucking film for me. And Sarah Connor, I must say, that's a bad bitch. Whoever that chick that's playing Sarah Connor, I don't know. I like that motherfucker. I like that motherfucker, son. I don't know, bro. It's crazy because she looked just like the original lady that played Sarah Connor. That's the shit that's scary about it. She looked like that motherfucker. But you know, that's just a side note. You know what I'm saying? It's just a side note. You know, that's just a bad bitch right there. Moving on. The action was great. The acting was phenomenal. I enjoyed everyone's performance. You know what I mean? The story was solid. You know what I mean? Like I said, they ruined it for me because they showed the plot twist in the trailer. But as far as the writing go, everything was pretty cool. You know what I mean? Everything was, it was great. It was a great nostalgic factor to kind of see, you know, certain elements from the first two films in this one. And my only concern is like, where do you go from here? Because I'm sure the film did successful. I didn't look up how well it did at the box office, but I'm sure it did great. My thing is, where do you go from here? You know what I mean? Because at the end of the film, you know, they destroy Skynet basically, and Kyle Reese and Sarah Connor goes into the fucking sunset. They drive into the fucking sunset. So where do you go from here? You know what I mean? That's my only problem. Where do you go from here? You know what I mean? It's not like there's no threat of Skynet unless they're gonna develop a new threat to kind of continue the series. And so I'm really confused as far as that. But hey, you know what I mean? Like I said, that's not up to me. I'm just a viewer, right? But yeah, I say go see the movie. It's still a good experience, but I must say you're not gonna be surprised at nothing that happens in the film. You're just gonna have a great fucking time. Anyways, see, this project shit is real, bro. Motherfuckers got police and fucking choppers in the sky. Who the fuck they hunting for? Alright, y'all. Get off this motherfucker, man. For them niggas looking for me. I'ma holla at y'all. Go see the fucking film. It's gonna have a good. You'll have a good time. Alright? Holla at you.